Hello fellow mutants, welcome back to another video, and in this video we're going to talk about how apparently the Mutant Mayhem Turtles, so Seth Rogen's Turtles, is going to fix a Master Splinter issue that the Michael Bay Turtles created. So honestly, I'm not that, I don't have that much faith in the movie, in this iteration of the Turtles to be successful. I think they will essentially be more successful than the next Mutation Turtles. So I'll give them that. But I don't think that the Seth Rogen Turtles will be that much more of a success than the next Mutations Turtles. It's gonna be barely more. And I know that might not be saying a lot. So anyways, let's see what Splinter issue there is. Michael Bay Turtles had a huge Splinter problem, but the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem is already fixing it. The Michael Bay directed TMNT movie do have their fans, but they are far from perfect, with it making some strange, ominous from previous TMNT series. While these problems plagued the Turtles' previous big screen outing, Mutant Mayhem already seems to be addressing them. The second trailer for Mutant Mayhem is out, finally showing off the story and characters of the film. The trailer shows off the iconic Ninja Turtles, as well as the villainous TMNT villain Superfly, who is leading his army of mutants into the streets of New York City. Now that's okay, because I did admittedly, I did a reaction video, which I will pin in the description as well as this article. And I was confused on who that was, because I couldn't tell if that was supposed to be Superfly or Baxter Stockman, because Baxter Stockman in some cases does get turned into a mutant fly. So I couldn't tell. So it's nice to know that villain that we saw was Superfly. That said, alongside the Turtles, the TMNT Mutant Mayhem trailer also shows another one of the franchise's most beloved heroes, Splinter. Luckily, Mutant Mayhem is already gearing up to have much more faithful adaptation than the character of the previous iterations. It just feels like that took a deep shot of all the other Ninja Turtle lore, movies and shows. Hey, all the other Turtles got Splinter wrong, but in this one we're getting Splinter right. And if that's where they're coming from, it's fuck you. Seriously. Cause the 1990s Splinter, I feel like they got right. The 2007 Splinter, I feel like they got right. The Bay Turtles, you can say they got him right, because essentially he's the leader per se, and the wise ones, you can kind of say, I guess with the Bay Turtles it depends on how you look at it. But let's read. Mutant Mayhem is putting Splinter's relationship with the Turtles at the center. Splinter's not the only mutant rat that trains the Ninja Turtles, but he's also their father. Splinter is the only parental figure that the Turtles have while growing up in the sewers of New York City, with the Turtles loving and respecting their teacher when they get older. The father-son relationship is the heart of many of the best Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles stories, but was almost completely ignored in the Michael Bay movies, was preferred to focus on the live action and visuals. Luckily, the second trailer of Mutant Mayhem is already putting Splinter's relationship with the Turtles at its center. Splinter's relationship with the Turtles is one of the most emphasized elements in the second trailer of Mutant Mayhem. The Turtles repeatedly call Splinter their father throughout the trailer, while Splinter also calls the Turtles his sons. I do believe that, like, well, I do believe that Splinter does call the Turtles his sons at least once in each variation of the Turtles. But even if he doesn't call them son verbally, and the Turtles doesn't call Splinter father verbally, you can still tell how, like, close they are. I didn't, like, watch the, Michael Bay Turtles saying, "Aw." You know what? It would have been, like, I didn't feel that Splinter and, the Turtles were close, because he didn't probably say sons, or the Turtles didn't probably call him, father. Admittedly, it's been a while since I've seen both, but still, he can get my point. Like, I didn't feel that, because they didn't, like, oh, I wish the Turtles would call him father, I wish the Splinter calls him son. I don't care. Like, I call my father Papa, which is French for dad, father. But there are some days where I don't verbally say, "Hey, Papa." You know, I sometimes talk to him, ask him questions, and he knows I'm talking to him. There are literally have been some days where I, like, don't use the word pop, like, any form of the word father. And there have been days where he hasn't used any form of the word son, which he only calls me son. But still, that doesn't mean that, oh, me and my father isn't close. Just because he didn't call me son, I didn't call him, in my case, Papa, for that day. So, like, that's a weak ass statement, to be honest. Anyways, the affectionate terms show that their relationship will be at the forefront of the mutant mayhem, fixing the biggest sin of the live action movies. Again, who cares? Besides, this isn't even live action. If this was live action, then this arc will have more of a point. Like, not point, but leg to stand on. But it doesn't. It's just talking. It's animated. And if they still want to give grief out, oh, the last Ninja Turtle movie didn't have the Turtles say father in it. Okay, the Rise Turtles movie. I don't remember if any of the Turtles called Splinter father, the Turtles his sons, like, verbally, even though it was, I didn't need that verbal consent. But, like, Turtles Forever, TMNT, I'm pretty sure that Splinter called the Turtles his sons a few times in both. And I believe Leonardo does say father in the TMNT movie, and I do believe that Leonardo, the 2003 Turtles Leo, does call Splinter father as well. And I wouldn't doubt. I might have to rewatch the Rise Turtles movie again. But I'm pretty sure that at some point Splinter either calls the Turtles his son verbally, or the Turtles call Splinter their father verbally. So, like, seriously. So I don't need, my point is, I don't need Splinter to, like, always verbally saying, "Oh, hey, my sons," and the Splinters, and the Turtles say, "Hey, Pops, how are you doing?" or something like that, right? I'm okay with them just calling him Splinter, because that's, maybe as far as we know, Splinter's told the Turtles, don't have to call me father every single time you talk to me. It's okay to call me Splinter. And maybe that's what, like, the Turtles rolled with. I don't need to hear that verbal father, son. At that point, it might as well be son 1, son 2, son 3, and son 4. Like, I don't know. Anyways, the relationship between Splinter and the Turtles is said to be more important than ever in Mutant Mayhem, and that's a good thing. The prevalence of this relationship is in the trailers proof that It will be a major theme throughout the film, with Splinter probably playing a much bigger role in the movie. On top of that, this iteration of the turtles are portrayed as younger than usual. Yeah, I think they're like 13, 12, and they're voiced by like 13 and 12, like 12, 13. However old the turtles are in this movie, that's the age of the actors. And I have to say, at first, I was like, why are they getting actual teenagers to voice the Ninja Turtles? But I actually have to say, no matter how much like shit I've been giving the Mutant Mayhem movie so far, even though it hasn't been out, and regardless of my hesitation, one thing I would definitely say is, in this scenario, the turtles getting forced by actual teenagers is kind of growing on me. Now, I'm not saying that it should be like this every single time. And I want, like, admittedly, a little bit part of me wants to see how these kids, or these teenagers, or can, like, what they're made of with, like, forcing the Ninja Turtles with, like, I'm guessing an hour and a half to 2 hour movie. So I want to give them these kids a chance. That and Kevin Eastman, like, enjoys his take of the Ninja Turtles, so Kevin Eastman is honestly the main reason why I'm seeing this movie. Anyways, so this iteration of the Turtles are portrayed as younger than usual, meaning the father figure like Splinter will have a much bigger role on them. This film, titular mutants, are also cause Splinter's arc to be more important to the film. The villainous Superfly believes that mutants must overthrow the humans or to be overthrown by them. Something that the Turtles will definitely disagree with. Splinter will be the Professor X of Superfly's Magneto, and with his thoughts on the mutants undoubtedly influencing the Turtles, Splinter is a mutant himself, doubling down on this influence. Despite him getting sidelined in previous movies, Splinter's relationship with the Turtles will finally get the spotlight in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. So, Mutant Mayhem's gonna be released on August 4th. Now, one can say that you saw Splinter and the Turtles, like, Splinter be a mentor, like, his relationship with the Turtles being put on the spotlight a few times in the shows, like the 87, 2012, 03 Turtles was put on spotlight, for sure, and in some of the movies as well. I feel like Splinter's one of those characters that it's okay. I feel like, yeah, he's kind of like the Master Yoda. He's there. He's very important, and when he needs to be, he is there to go on the spotlight. He doesn't overstay his welcome or understay his welcome. If they decide to make a Hamato Yoshi story where, like, we'll see what was like before Splinter was Splinter and when he was just Hamato Yoshi, and find that he will have to be a human first, turn into a rat, besides the pet rat turn into a human, then yeah, I would be up to see that origin story, per se, if that makes sense. I would love to see a Splinter Origins movie, especially if they do it right. Hell yeah. I wouldn't trust Seth Rogen to do a Splinter origin story. And I don't even know if Splinter in here is a pet rat or a human turned into a mutant rat. I don't know. But my point is, I don't need Splinter to always verbally call the Turtles his sons, and I don't need the Turtles to always verbalize calling Splinter their father. It's already established in Ninja Turtle lore, and even people who are like fairly new to the Ninja Turtles universe will get that in like practically 5 seconds. Oh, that red is their father figure. The turtles are his son, like his sons. Boom. It's not that hard to figure out. Like, or like, he's a mentor. They're the students. Boom. It's not that hard to figure out. It's not. Not everything needs to be explained. So, not everything needs to be verbally explained. Like, people are not dumbasses, and I'm tired of the studios thinking that people nowadays are dumbasses. They're not. People are way smarter than they give the people credit for. So, even though some people don't act like it, people are smarter than people give themselves credit for too. So, what do you guys think about this article? Let me know in the comment section down below. Love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Be kind to one another. I'll talk to you fellow mutants later. Later, taters.